My name is Isabella Carter. I am 27 years old. Today, I want to share with you the love story that shaped my life. The story of a love that was tested by fate, torn apart by family, yet strong enough to survive it all. 2 years ago, when I was 25, I fell deeply, irrevocably in love. I was born into a wealthy family, where privilege and expectations ruled my life. My parents ensured that my world was carefully crafted: private schools, luxury cars, and a future mapped out before I could even dream of my own. Love, for them, was never about emotions. It was about status, about marrying within our social class, about upholding our family name. But love doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't choose based on wealth, rules, or boundaries. It simply happens. His name was Ethan Brooks. He was 2 years older than me and lived just across the street. Yet our worlds couldn't have been more different. While I was driven to school in a sleek, expensive car, he walked confidently to the government school nearby. I would watch him from my window, stealing glances, feeling my heart race whenever our eyes met. It started as silent admiration, longing stares exchanged in the morning, a smile hidden behind my tinted car windows, a quiet wish that one day we might speak. But my family was strict, their grip on my life unshakable. I was never allowed to mix with people outside my social circle, let alone fall for someone they would never approve of. One afternoon, by some twist of luck, we found ourselves alone, given a single hour to truly see each other. My hands trembled as I sat beside him, my heart pounding so hard it felt like the world could hear it. He was breathtaking. His deep brown eyes held a warmth that made my breath hitch. His lips curved into a shy yet confident smile. His hair tousled in a way that made him look effortlessly perfect. For the first few minutes, we barely spoke. It was as if words might shatter the fragile moment we had been waiting for. Finally, with nervous hands, we exchanged phone numbers, and as quickly as fate had brought us together, time tore us apart again. That night, my phone vibrated. I smiled, staring at the screen, realizing that something had begun, a love story that neither of us could stop. Days turned into weeks. Our calls, once a single time a day, became 2, then 3. We found ways to meet, carefully sneaking away from the eyes of my family. Our love grew in whispers, in messages sent at midnight, in stolen glances across the street, in secret walks far from home. But love in hiding is never easy. One evening, as Ethan and I walked together, unaware of the world around us, my older brother saw us. His eyes burned with anger. As he walked toward me, his voice cold and sharp. "What the hell are you doing, Isabella?" I froze. My entire body trembled as fear gripped me. That night, my family erupted in chaos. My father's voice echoed through the house, demanding to know how I could humiliate them like this. My mother cried, torn between her love for me and the expectations forced upon her. My brothers stood by my father, watching as I was forbidden from seeing Ethan ever again. But love isn't something you can command to disappear. Ethan and I had no choice. We knew that if we stayed, my family would tear us apart. So one night, with nothing but our love and a desperate hope. We ran. We disappeared into a city where my family couldn't find us. For the first time, I was free, but I was also terrified. Would my family ever accept this love? Would we survive on our own? For a while, things were beautiful. My mother, though fearful of my father's wrath, secretly sent me money to help us survive. We built a life, just the two of us, in a small apartment filled with love, laughter, and late-night conversations. Then everything changed. 1 month later, I discovered I was pregnant. Terror consumed me. How would my father react? Would he disown me forever? Would my child grow up without the love of a family? I gathered all my courage and called home. My mother's voice broke when I told her. My father, upon hearing the news, was furious. But deep down, he knew he had no choice. He could not erase the life growing inside me. So, I returned home, my heart heavy with uncertainty. I thought that my father's acceptance of my return meant peace. But I was wrong. One evening, he called me into his study. His face was cold, unreadable. "You will leave for another city. You will never see him again," my father said to me. My heart shattered. I was carrying Ethan's child. How could I be torn away from him now? I fought. I screamed, I begged, I cried. My mother held me as I sobbed into her lap, whispering apologies. She couldn't voice aloud. But Ethan, he didn't give up on me. He stood outside my house every night, refusing to be erased from my life. And when my father saw that his love was unwavering, that his fight was relentless, something inside him broke. One evening, after months of battle, my father called. Ethan inside. They sat across from each other, two men from different worlds, connected by one thing, their love for me. And for the first time, my father truly saw him, not as a boy from across the street, not as a poor man unworthy of his daughter, but as the person who loved me more than anything. Months later, we stood before our families, hands intertwined, as we vowed to spend our lives together. The wedding was not grand, but it was filled with the people who mattered. My father, though hesitant, stood beside me, finally accepting what I had known all along. Love is not measured by wealth, by status, or by approval. Love is measured by the strength to fight for it, the courage to hold on, and the heart to forgive. Today, I am the wife of the man I once loved in secret. Today, I am the mother of two beautiful children who remind me that love, real, deep, and unbreakable, always finds a way.